In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the common first and second trimester pregnancy symptoms that a woman may experience after she has taken in, and I'm going to be sharing with you the remedies that I used to alleviate these symptoms, or the things that I did to help myself to get through to the first and the second trimester of my pregnancy. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dr. Bella here. I hope the Lord has been good to you, your friends, your family, and your loved ones. If this is the first time I'm all up on your screen, hey! You're welcome to the blessed family. Have you clicked the subscribe button? Alright, do that right away. Click on the bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be one of the first persons to know that I've uploaded one. Now sit majestically like a king and a queen that you are. You are warmly welcome to the blessed family. So my pregnancy symptoms started around week 6 or 7 or so. I started having nausea and vomiting, and they call it morning sickness, but it's not morning sickness. It's sickness in the morning, afternoon, night, midnight, and every other time in between. It hits you every single moment of the day. I had nausea, a lot of it, severe ones. I had vomiting. I was vomiting every single thing that I would eat, everything I would drink. I was always vomiting them. I couldn't keep anything down. It was very frustrating. I think I made a video on it while I was pregnant. I remember having a breakdown, just tearing up, just crying. And I think that's another symptoms that a lot of people may experience. You get so moody, you become so emotional over every little thing. Be careful, Eliana, over every little thing. And I think that's another symptoms that a lot of people experience as well. I was very touchy, I was very emotional. I would vomit every single thing that I eat, and it was so bad for me because, you know, I have to go to work. And I think another symptom I experienced was frothing. I'm trying to make a video, mama. You can hear my daughter, that's Eliana. So I was having a lot of saliva come up my mouth. I had a lot of production of saliva, and I was dehydrated. I was having headache all the time because I wasn't eating, and I was dehydrated, and I was having nausea and vomiting. And it was so bad that I began to worry about her. I was worried that the child growing inside of me was not getting enough nutrients, or was not getting enough, you know, things that was needed for the development of the baby. I remember going on one of my appointments, and I was told, oh, don't worry, babies do that at first trimester. Don't worry, your baby's growing well, perfectly well, and after a while it'll kind of pass. My mom, my sisters used to tell me, oh, don't worry, by the time you eat 12 weeks like this, once you finish first trimester, it'll go, it'll do this, it'll do that. It wasn't true. I still had the symptoms up until about 18 to 20 weeks, which is around second trimester. So it was pretty serious, and I just want to share with you guys some of the remedies that I used to get better you know, while I've been pregnant, and to be able to still function properly, you know, at my place of work and every other place in between, because it got that bad that I was so dehydrated I had to get some drip. I wasn't admitted because I'm a medical doctor, so I wasn't admitted. I knew what to do per time, so I just quickly, you know, find a place to rest my body, and I asked a friend of mine to give me an IV access, and I took in some drip. And I think I took 4 bags of drip at a time because I was super dehydrated. And something you might notice with that is that your saliva is thick, number 1, and number 2, the urine color is almost gold. It's dark yellow or amber, dark amber, almost gold in color. that's another thing to know, that you are very, very dehydrated. And also, when you go for your testing every month and they check the urine, they might find some proteins in there, some ketones in there, and in your first trimester, that's usually a sign of dehydration as well. So you might want to try and do some things that will help you. Now, the first thing that I would say worked for me was I listened to my body. I took note of what I felt was going to, what I felt I needed. At the time, all I wanted was something sour or bitter. Anything that was sour, like pineapple, I was up for it. There's a fruit here in Jamaica called guinep. I think guinep wasn't around at the time, but if it was around at the time, that would have been something I would always want to eat, because it's sour. It's really sour. It's sweet sour, but it's more sour than sweet. And all I wanted was something that was sour. I wanted something that was bitter at the same time. Some people, it might be sweet things that you want to eat. So just listen to your body and just do accordingly. I think the other things that I think I wanted was somebody's food. So the neighbor's food, 2 to 3 houses away, I wanted those things. I wanted to eat those things. I wanted the food from the other compound, but of course, that was not possible. Also, you might notice that you are very sensitive to smell and taste. You are heightened. Your sense of smell or your sense of taste is heightened. That's also part of the pregnancy symptoms that you might experience. Now, nausea and vomiting, which is popularly known as morning sickness in pregnancy, can be first trimester or first to second trimester, or span from first all the way through to the last trimester. Now, if you are in your last trimester or your third trimester and you're experiencing nausea and vomiting, I would advise you to go to your nearest health center or your private doctor or your gynecologist. Go see your gynecologist so that you can be properly treated and monitored. For first and second trimester patients, usually it will resolve, but to live with it won't go. We will give you medications when you come. We'll give you Gravol, we'll give you Maxalon, we'll give you medications that will work for you, but they will only reduce the frequency, but they won't really work. That's just the issue. They won't really work because it comes with the pregnancy, and the underlying issue, the underlying cause of what's happening is the pregnancy. Alright, excuse me while I attend to this girl. Okay. So since I was frothing a lot, I was having nausea a lot, vomiting, everything that I was eating, it wasn't working. So the first thing I did was to listen to my body. Like I said, I started taking things that were bland, things that don't have so much spices in them, foods that don't have so much seasoning in them, because anything that is seasoned, too much seasoning, would cause me to be nauseous. Even perfumes, my husband could not near me with perfumes. I would go and vomit. I would be so nauseous that I would eventually throw up. So I listened to my body, and the first thing that my body wanted was anything that was sour, anything that was bitter, sweet, sour, sweet, anything like that. So I was doing that. So I remember my husband had gotten me some pineapple at some point at work, and I think I continued in that trend. Then for the frothy mouth, whereby I was producing a lot of saliva, what I did was to use ginger. I bought raw ginger and cut them into bite sizes, and I would put them at the corner of my mouth. And with that, I was able to get by. I was able to talk to patients. I was able to deal with people without having to go to the bathroom every now and then to spit. So that worked really well for me. Initially, I had used guava. I would buy hard guava. I think we had guava in my compound at the time. It was a season, and I would use guava to, I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself, I'm trying to look at my baby. I would use guava and put it at the back of my mouth, but I was eating it too quickly. So I had to find something that would not tempt me to eat, and it would still sustain me. So I would have ginger at the back of my mouth, and that helped me to not feel so nauseous, one, and it also helped me to not salivate so much. As for the food, you will not be able to eat anything that is so flamboyant, like jollof rice and rice and peas with chicken and oxtail and pounded yam and egusi and all of those things. You might not be able to eat those things in your first or second trimester because of the nausea. So anytime you cook at home, just make sure that it doesn't have so much of seasoning in it, and that should be able to help. Also, try to eat things according to how your body sees it. Some people, it's the sweet things they want, and some people, it's the sour things they want. And I think I also did my regular checkups every month just to make sure that I was fine and my baby was growing perfectly well. And I got through to my first and second trimester, and around 18 to 20 weeks it started to ease off and my appetite was starting to come back some more. Then I was able to start eating little by little until I was full blown into, like, you know, eating a lot. I actually did eat a lot, and so that's what I have to share with you guys today. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing, eh? If you like my content, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share with your friends, family, and loved ones, especially pregnant mothers or persons who have just taken in, or persons who would love to learn about, you know, things like this, just in case, you know, they take in the nearest future and all of that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. I'd like to apologize for not posting a video last week Thursday. I was supposed to post a video. I wasn't feeling too well, but I'm getting better now. I think I'm going to make another video on that, on what's happening, and just keep you guys updated. But I wanted to continue my pregnancy series, so that's why I'm making this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for joining me. I will see you in my next video. Say bye. Bye. Say bye.